And we're back. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a minute. This is the one and only GYAPTOOTH. I want to start off by saying what's up to my moms and my Aunt Cheryl, who are my biggest fans and watch this repeatedly. So I got to be careful what I say. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding about them watching. What's up, moms and Aunt Cheryl? So I want to tell a true story. Since it's the return, I wanted it to be something of value and of interest. And this is a 100% true story of my very first ghost experience, and it happened in Malaysia. Let me let these jets go by real quick. Hold on, let me let these jets go by. So, before I start, I just want to give you a little bit of background detail. And the background is sleep paralysis. I'm somebody who has been blessed with / cursed with having sleep paralysis since I was around 10 years old. And what it is, for those who don't know, they call it night terrors, sleep paralysis. And how many jets? Nobody cleared flying these jets over the crib. All right. I suffered from sleep paralysis for years. What it is you, baby, can I have some coffee? Some water, thank you. Give me some coffee, please. You're falling asleep. Right before you fall asleep, you get this like a wave flies over your body and you're completely paralyzed. You can't move, but you're awake. You know where you are. You can hear everything that's going on in the next room. Like if the television is on, you can hear that the television is on, but you're just laying there and you're stiff. Usually you can't open your eyes, you can't scream, you can't do anything. And the worst part about it is, especially when you're a kid and you don't know what's happening, is that whatever you imagine, because you're in between sleep and wakefulness, right before it happens, right as it's happening, whatever you imagine, it begins to happen. So for me, I would imagine that there were demons in my room and that there was a demon right here close to my face, whispering in my ear, and I could hear it. I could almost feel its breath. And the way you get out of it is you just have to concentrate and move a pinky or your pinky toe or shake your foot, and eventually you can shake yourself out of it and wake up. So I've been dealing with this for a long time, and it's brought me to a lot of different places. I can go on and speak about this, and I will in the future. But let's get to the story.
Here's your coffee.
Thank you. Thank you. So the story is, we went to Muar. It's basically Muar, but Muar Malaysia, M-A-U-R, M-U-A-R, Malaysia. And we stayed in a place called Traders Hotel. And when we went into the hotel, it was real interesting because all the workers, the people who carry the bus boy, or what do you call it? You call it a bus boy? Anyway, the room service and people who carry your bags and the maids and everybody, they were all standing behind the desk. They weren't. It was a big enough lobby, but they weren't spread out. They were all congregated together in one place. And I remember thinking it was kind of odd because they didn't really have a lot of room back there, and they were sitting all together and just standing around all together. So whatever, no big deal. All right, so we spend the day in Muar. We were looking around, et cetera, et cetera. Was it the first night or the second? How many nights did you stay? 2 nights? 2 nights. So
it was maybe the first night.
I want to say, yeah.
Because I didn't tell you.
Yeah, okay. So the very first night we stayed there, we both just kind of felt some vibes in the room. It was a room facing the river. That's important. You'll see why. Room facing the river, and felt some vibes or whatever. But anyway, we went to sleep, and in my sleep, or before I slept, I got taken over by my sleep paralysis. But it was very different than I've ever felt it before. And again, I've had it since I was 10 years old. And in the sleep paralysis, it became like a dream, even though I was very aware and awake of where I was. The first thing that happened to me was I was asleep, and then all of a sudden I felt a hand squeeze my foot, like really hard, like squeeze my foot. And you know, if you squeeze or someone squeezes you, when they let go, you can still feel the pressure, like the ghost pressure of when they squeezed you. There's a lingering effect. So it squeezed me, and I woke up, and I knew I wasn't tripping because I felt the effect on my foot. And I guess I must have closed my eyes again, and the dream came and just took me. Didn't even announce itself. So I'm sitting here paralyzed, wondering what just grabbed my foot. And then my wife started laughing. Ha, 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 laughing. And I started to get scared. So I said, I need to turn the light on. Let me get up and turn the light on. So I got up and I started to reach for the light. But my wife kept standing in front of me and teasing me and laughing at me and teasing me in a very almost cruel way. And I was like, stop. I'm tripping right now. I'm scared. Like, move. I have to turn the light on. Move. And she ha 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 ha, toying with me, playing with me, and I was so frustrated because there was such a sense of urgency to turn on the light that I balled my fist up and I swung at her head as hard as I could, and she moved away and still started laughing at me, and I eventually shook myself out of it and woke up and realized that I was having my dream. This time it was a lot more visual than usual, and I have never felt like so violent in this particular dream. Never, ever. So I told her about what happened. I guess I told her in the morning. Yeah, I told her the next day what happened. And then, so we went around for breakfast and things like that. We had one incident with room service. For some reason, the guy came to the room.
Up to send prayer mats to us.
Oh, he came to bring some prayer mats and things to the room. He came up. He was shook. He was like, knock.
Two of them came up.
Oh, two people came up. Right. Two people came up to carry something very light. They came, two people. Knock. Hello, sir. Gave me the things and bounced back downstairs. That was weird. So the next day we went around town again. We went and ate, looked around and things like that. And then later that night, my lady started looking on TripAdvisor. On TripAdvisor, just out of curiosity, reading the reviews of the room. So unfortunately, I can't share my screen. You can't read that. Yeah, there you go. So you can see TripAdvisor, and it says, true experience of haunted room. I stayed in Traders Hotel Muar from the 26th of August, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. He says, on the first night, I slept early around 8:40 p.m., but about 12 a.m., I was awakened suddenly by a strong touch on the left shoulder and heard a muffled laugh of a woman, but I cannot see anything. After saying some prayers in the Quran, I managed to get back to sleep around 1:55. I informed the bellboy about the incident. He advised me to change rooms, but I declined, as I didn't think the same thing would happen again that night. The second night, I was awakened by the same laugh again at 1:30 a.m. And the thing is, this is only one of many reviews. Most of the other reviews are in Malay language. They're written in Malay, but my wife can read them. All of them are saying the same thing, like, this place is haunted. I had a weird experience. Something grabbed me in the middle of the night. Some lady is messed with me while I slept. I couldn't believe it. So this is a true story, and I'll go ahead and, if I can later, I'll add the link to the in the description to if you want to read or if you're weird, for those weird listeners out there who enjoy this sort of thing. If you want to go have a haunted experience, I promise you can go to this hotel in Malaysia. They even know what floor it is.
Yeah.
There's a particular floor. Anyone who stays on that floor.
We checked it. All of the staff were huddled up.
Yeah, that's what I told them. Everybody was just huddled up, like, man, we're not going nowhere.
Yeah. And I read the review. It's just that I didn't want to tell. I didn't want to tell nobody.
You read
I read the reviews, but I don't want to tell you.
Yeah,
about it because I didn't want to scare you because it already happened.
Yeah, it had already happened. She read the review the next morning, and after I told her the story, she got curious and read the review. And basically, the stories were saying the same exact thing. So it definitely happened. And so yeah, if you're somebody who considers himself a ghost chaser or something like that, then you could hit up the Travelers Hotel in Muar, Malaysia. Good luck to you. Other than that, this is GYAPTOOTH. We are definitely forward, ever, back, never. But we're here again. We're going to continue now. And we got some real big announcements and important things on the horizon. Plus, as y'all can see a little bit, the crib has been somewhat touched up. You're not in it. I'm hiding you. We got our stuff together now, so maybe I'll give you another tour, of where we rest. And you see the beautiful view in the background. Watch this.
Get
that fresh air. So, I don't know. We're going to start going live more often. People reach out to me. Last but not least, if you have any questions about anything, especially if you know Azeem and you know the things that I'm interested in, you have any questions, type the question in the comments section, and when we come back on the next one, I'll answer any questions. So, one love. This is GYAPTOOTH. Don't forget it. GYAP Tooth. Special shout out to Adonis Pena. We're still here, my brother. And let's go.
And happy birthday in advance to Amber. We love you.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Amber. We love you.
Love you, Mom. All right. I was going to say that.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you. All right. We out of here.